Time for an in-depth review of another of Luis's customs. This one is far from just a cameo in any collection. Hello everyone, MMC Fan here with a new custom Marvel Movie Collection figurine review. Luis has very kindly sent me some more of his figures, and next up on the turntable is his tribute to one of the greatest comic book legends of all time, which is of course Stan Lee. You know the deal with these by now. Luis takes commissions for custom figures through his Instagram business page and specialises in characters either from the Infinity Saga that Eagle Moss skipped over or from the new Phase 4 projects. These are all 3D printed in metallic resin and then painted by hand, and they are honestly always stunning. He does really good work. The link is in the description. Be sure to give his new page a follow for all the latest releases and to place orders. So this time round we have Stan Lee, which was the 14th custom figurine that Luis released online. It was released back in June of 2021 originally, kind of as a smaller run, but quite a few people have got them now because this is just such a popular figure. It is in 1/16 scale, just like all of them, 13 centimeters tall, it weighs 78 grams, and it costs the usual price of £70, which is of course a premium price for a premium product, but you will not find these anywhere else, and that's why they cost as much as they do. And in terms of availability, it is super rare because it's only available from Luis. You won't find this anywhere else. So back in the days of the original collection, everyone was requesting Stan Lee, and Eagle Moss never did it. I did hear rumours that they at least discussed it at one point, but ultimately it was a license that they never got, which is pretty bad on their part when you see just how much Stan Lee merch there is actually out there. But thankfully Luis has given us a perfect recreation of what Stan Lee would have looked like in the collection, and he's done it exactly how I'd wanted him to do it, as Stan himself. It's sometimes tempting to give him a shield or Thor's hammer or the Infinity Gauntlet, but in my opinion these props take him out of reality, and this is a real guy. So Luis capturing him in one of his iconic simple outfits with a notebook and pen, it just works really well. I believe there was an original plan for the book to be a comic of the buyer's choice, but perhaps that proved a bit too time consuming, and I love how the final version has turned out at any rate. The main draw here is that likeness. It is just spot on, and that's down to the sculpt and the paintwork, which is really where Luis excels. Every detail of that hair and the face, it's just spot on, right down to the wrinkles on the neck, and the signature Stan Lee shades, they really add a lot to it too. But what looks like a simple outfit actually has a ton of awesome features. So the lines on his sweater that show off the material are really great. There's a shirt button, there's a ring on his little finger that I didn't even know he had. The shoelaces, even down to the little nib on that pen lid. Luis has an amazing ability to find details that others wouldn't even think to include, and it makes the whole thing look that much more real. The pose is really good. I mean, it's nothing hugely exciting, but absolutely works for what it needs to be. I love the Stan Lee signature on the base, which puts it in line with other Stan Lee merchandise. You know, his signature would appear as kind of like a brand on everything. And the scale is good, as always. It's spot on with the actual MCU characters from the wider collection too. Paintwork is mostly spot on as usual. The only slight nitpick I have here, there's a couple of splodges on the lenses of his glasses, but the scale is so small you only notice them when you blow it up the size I have in this video. Otherwise, another perfect figure from the best customizer out there in my opinion. Here he is alongside Iron Man and Spider-Man, a fraction taller than Spidey but shorter than Tony, so scale works absolutely perfectly. And here he is with a couple more of Luis's figures, in this case Whiplash and Homemade Spidey, and they all look perfect and fit straight into the main collection, which is one of my favourite things about them easily. Rankings are really high across the board as usual. I docked half a mark in this instance for the glasses splodge under the paintwork, and for value I've given it 4 stars because of the high price, but I'm still really pleased with this one. And to finish off, I'm giving him the bronze medal compared to the other of Luis's figures I have reviewed so far, and put him in 3rd place. A stunning likeness and a figure I've wanted in my collection since the very beginning, but not quite as technically impressive as Vulture and Whiplash were. But then again, few things will be. And there you have it. Thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at MMCFan, Facebook Marvel Movie Collection Fans, and then subscribe right here on YouTube for more news and reviews. I'll be back soon to accidentally stomp out another review. Keep on collecting.